Welcome to the Divine Connection Podcast. I'm your host, Christina Aroche, and together we are walking the path of discovering your true self and the alignment with your soul. Through these conversations, you will experience a deeper level of connection with yourself and the universe, and most importantly, you will trust in your spiritual journey ahead. Let's begin. Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Divine Connection Podcast. This is the last episode of 2023. Wow, we made it. We made it to the end of the year, and what a year it's been. So in today's episode, I want to talk to you about what I see for us in 2024. And I have a feeling that a lot of you, if not every single one of you, is looking forward to the new year and looking forward to that closure with 2023. And as far as I'm concerned, 2023 was a challenging year for many, many, many people. That's the theme that I have heard over and over and over again. I know that for me, on my personal journey, it has felt like a challenging year. And just because it was challenging doesn't mean that it wasn't a good year. I just feel like 2023 really stretched us. It really stretched us and asked us to go to the edge of what we thought we were capable of and go to the edge in terms of what we thought our capacity was. And it really just pulled us to the max, just maximum effort, maximum everything. And so I feel like for a lot of us, we're looking at 2024 and we're like, okay, new year. Let's just like close off this energy, 2023. Bye. See you later. I'm not going to miss you. And let's look ahead to 2024. And so I first of all just want to acknowledge for all of us how when we are challenged in the way that we may have been challenged in 2023 in different ways, different capacities, that it's actually creating space for us to be able to increase our capacity for more. And if you think about that, right? Take anything that's, I don't know, I can't think of an actual thing, but if you think of something that can be stretched out and it gets stretched out and gets stretched out, what happens is that it actually increases the capacity for what it's able to hold or what can fit inside of it. You know, I don't know. I can't think of something. If you think of an actual thing that can be stretched like that, post it in the comments below. Post it below this video, or if you're watching me on YouTube. And so with this, feeling that, okay, we're being stretched out, we're being maxed out, we are reaching our limits here, everyone. Like, when is this going to be over? It brings us into a space of then, like I said, being able to increase our capacity for what we're able to hold. And what I mean by that is being able to hold, like if you think of your desires and your vision and what you've been calling in for yourself and where you desire to go and kind of what you see for yourself in the path ahead, then you'll know that wherever it is that you are wanting to go, it's going to ask you to be able to hold an increased capacity for love, an increased capacity for compassion, an increased capacity for peace, an increased capacity for power and strength and resilience. So no matter where it is that you desire to go, there's going to be a requirement for an increased capacity to hold whatever the thing is. And not just like I shared a lot of examples of like love and peace and joy and those things, but also an increased capacity to be able to hold the challenging side of those things, right? The fear and the uncertainty. Now, the difference is that when we increase our capacity in those ways, that we're also increasing our capacity or our connection to the divine and to how the divine comes in, how we receive the divine to be able to hold us and to carry us and continue to uplift us into where we desire to go. And so what I see for us in 2024, because of the experiences that we just had this past year, is that 2024 is all about clarity. And it's not necessarily about, okay, I'm seeking clarity, I'm gaining clarity, but it's actually coming into it with a somewhat of a sense of clarity. And in that clarity, it's going to support you in how you are moving forward and the decisions that you're making. So the clarity that is here for us in 2024 is not just about who you are, a clear understanding of who you are, but it's also clarity in what is holding you, what is guiding you, the connection, a clear sense of, I am connected to the divine. I am connected to God. I am connected to the angels and to the divine beings that are here to support me. There's a clarity within you where it doesn't really have much space for doubt to come in. You're like, I don't know what's happening, but I just know that God is on my side. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on right now. But what I do know for certain, what I know for sure, is that I am so divinely supported right now. And so in that clarity of that, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be appeasing the ego and the ego is going to know all the steps and all the things and everything like that. It's not necessarily clarity in that sense, but it's clarity in, I'm clear in who I am, and I'm clear in what is guiding me and who is supporting me and what is the divine energy that is sustaining me and that is moving through me and that is being expressed through me. I'm clear on that. And if I'm clear on that, then everything else, it doesn't matter if I know exactly the steps or not, because that is the most important clarity to have. The other clarity that is coming through is clarity for what you stand for. I stand for truth. I stand for peace. I stand for love. I stand for whatever that it is that you stand for, and having a very clear connection to what you stand for. And in that clear connection in terms of what you stand for, what happens with clarity is that you then gain focus. So if you felt unfocused this past year, if you felt like you've been here and over there and over there and over there, wherever it is that you felt like you've been all over the place, this clarity in who you are, clarity in what is guiding you, and clarity in what you stand for is going to bring hyper focus. Because when we're clear on those things, then we can focus on where we are being led. And again, it's not necessarily, I know all of my steps, but I just know the next step. And as long as I can stay clear on who I am and what is sustaining me, what is guiding me, what I stand for, then I can continue to be focused. And in the focus, that is where dedication comes in. It's being dedicated to that path, dedicated to the pursuit of understanding more of this truth and bringing this truth forward and being an expression of this truth. It's a dedication to it. And so one of the questions that I'm going to ask you to sit with and to kind of, allow to percolate and allow yourself to just be with this question is, what are you dedicating yourself to in 2024? What are you dedicating yourself to? Because when we understand what we're dedicated to, then that's going to, it kind of all builds together where it supports our focus and it supports our clarity. And then all of a sudden we're not so lenient on allowing things to blur our clarity, because sometimes we can get distracted and sometimes things can kind of veer us off a little bit in this direction, and it can kind of create a blurred sense of like, wait a second, what was the clarity again? I forget now. So when you are focused on what you are dedicating yourself to, that is going to create sort of like this ripple effect into your focus and into the clarity, so that whenever it comes down to, distractions that can show up, or let me just like go over here, sabotage a little bit here, do a little bit of this, whatever it is, you have it, that's how you can create those stronger boundaries for yourself. You're like, no, I'm not going to allow that to blur my focus or for me to lose my focus. I'm dedicated to this. I know what I'm dedicated to. I know who I'm dedicated to. I know these things. And so I'm going to continue to make the choices that align with that dedication. And so that's one of the things that's important to understand, is that every single moment we have choices that we make. Every single, I forget what the statistics is, but there's some statistic out there that's like we make 1,000 decisions in a day from what we're going to wear, what we're going to eat, all the things. And so for us to understand that every single moment is a decision. What are you choosing to believe? What story are you choosing for yourself? What are you choosing to do next? And is it in line with the dedication that you are committing yourself to? And so dedicating yourself to whatever that pursuit is for yourself, the dedication to your divine expression, the dedication to your calling, the dedication to your health, the dedication to your mental well-being, whatever it is for you. I want you to sit with this and really think about, what do you desire to dedicate yourself to? And looking at it from a space of not because someone said you should and not because it's expected of you, but really what is calling you forward? What energy is calling you forward to focus, to dedicate? And in that, it's surrounded by that clarity, the clarity of who you are, the clarity of what is guiding you, and the energy and the presence of the divine in your life, and the overall kind of understanding of what you're standing for. And in that's where we create those boundaries. That's where we create those decisions that are aligned. And that is what's going to continue to move us forward. So I'm really excited for 2024. The energy doesn't feel as heavy as it did for 2023. And in 2024, I feel that there's a lot of momentum that is available to us. A lot of, increased capacity, like I mentioned at the beginning, where with this increased capacity now, there's more of what we're able to experience. So 2024 is going to bring that to the forefront for us and support us with everything that we've learned and experienced and gone through in 2023 to really bring that forward and see what the capacity is now for us to experience, to hold, to be able to enjoy in our lives. So that's what I see for us in 2024. So I want to hear from you in the comments. If you're watching me on YouTube, or if you want to message me on Instagram, you can go ahead and do so and let me know, what are you dedicating yourself to in 2024? I want to hear from you. Let me know what that dedication is. And I want to invite you into the Divine Pathfinders community. This is a free community space that I have created for us in the pursuit of our divine calling, in dedicating ourselves to who we are and to pursue the path of who we have come here to be. And in this community space, every single month, I'm going to be sharing with you what I see for us for the month ahead, what I see for us in terms of the patterns that I'm seeing, in terms of the divine messages that are coming through, in terms of just giving you that guidance and that kind of heads up of what is going on with the energy, so that as we continue to move forward, you feel that sense of oh yeah, okay, I know what to do here, or I remember this. It's a reminder of, let me choose make the decision that is aligned with what I'm dedicated to. So I'm really excited about the Divine Pathfinders community. If you have not joined us yet, come and join us. The link to come be a part of the community is in the show notes below. I can't wait to see you there. And so that is it for today's episode. Happy New Year! I hope you have an amazing celebration welcoming in the new year, and I will see you in 2024. So I'm sending you so much love and angel blessings, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye! Thank you once again for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And if you want to learn more about the Divine Connection podcast, you can go to ChristinaAroche.com/podcast and learn about how you can be featured on the show.